Thanks, Peter. June?
Thank you, David. A couple of things. I want to set the table by saying, Jared, I respect your commitment to recognizing the climate emergency, and I assure you, you are no more concerned about that than I am. So I'm going to take that off the table right now. The things we've been discussing today are granular. In my judgment, this is one of the few times in our deliberations that we have been granular, and we need to continue doing that. There isn't one Mack truck. There are two, at least, probably more, in my judgment. And I don't think we're here discussing which Mack truck's going to take precedence over rolling over Vermonters. What we're here to do is to figure out a plan that works to achieve our goal. Now, I have spent the last year and a half struggling mightily under mandates from the federal government imposing timelines that had nothing to do with reality in order to first spend Corona Relief Fund money and now ARPA money. Those deadlines that legislatures impose without regard for what can actually be done, in my judgment, border on being criminal at this point, because it is forcing people to act without a solid basis for using those resources in a reasonable fashion. This plan envisions that we are going to make recommendations as to what the ANR should do in order for the state of Vermont and both the government and its citizens to reach these emissions reduction goals. In my judgment, to be in the position of making such recommendations without a solid sense of cost, but more importantly, whether these things are actually feasible, is to set this plan up for failure before it ever gets going. And so I think what we need to do is have a component of this plan that squarely addresses, as a recommendation, that we seek greater time from the legislature, having done the work that we can do in this forum, which is immensely awkward, notwithstanding everybody's incredibly good faith efforts to make it work. We have been called upon to do a form of planning at a level of granularity that neither the legislature could accomplish under such circumstances or any of the agencies that I have worked for in my career. There just comes a point where lack of realism has to be called out, and I hope we will do that in this plan. Thank you.